After building email marketing systems for over 22 Shopify brands, including a Shark Tank featured brand, there's one thing that I've learned. There are three email flows that will drive most of your revenue: the welcome flow, the abandoned cart flow, and the browse abandonment flow. And I've already covered the welcome flow and the abandoned cart flow on my channel multiple times before. So, in this video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of how you can create a high converting browse abandonment flow, the exact email strategy that you can use to convert window shoppers into buyers, what to say in your emails, when to send it, and how to set it up for maximum revenue. By the way, before I begin, I just want to say if you want my team and I to implement this entire email marketing funnel for you, build out all your flows, run all your campaigns, where you just sit back and enjoy the results, you can click the first link in the description and work directly with me. Now, let's start the video. So, let's see how to create a high converting browse abandonment flow in Klaviyo. And I'm going to cover a strategy used by top brands like Chewy, Brez, and Fellow, which are simple but effective browse abandonment emails. So these emails, if you look at them individually, they all have a similar component, which is usually they have a headline in the hero section. The top part is called the hero section. So they have a headline in the hero section along with some sub copy, a call to action, and they show the customers the product that they abandoned along with an incentive or risk reversal or customer support. Now, risk reversal could be something like 30-day returns or 30-day money back guarantee. Now, this brand Chewy offers free returns for 365 days. That is a massive risk reversal strategy right there. They also have 24/7 customer service, which is good to have. And if I am someone who is contemplating whether or not to buy from them, all this would slightly convince me and nudge me in the right direction. So it's important to understand the structure of these browse abandonment emails, which is nothing but a headline, again, some sub copy, the product that the customer abandoned, a call to action. Now, this is a slightly more personalized welcome email. What Brez has done here is separated their browse abandonment emails based on their hero products. Since most of them are inclined towards a few flavors, what Brez has done is created separate browse abandonment emails for each of their products so they can go all in like this and designed beautiful emails for that. But it's based off on the same strategy, which is headline, subcopy, product that they abandoned, a call to action. Similarly, Fellow, which is also a huge brand known for their coffee makers, follows the same strategy. There's a headline here, not really a headline, but some subtext shows the customer the product that they abandoned, a call to action, some risk reversal and incentive like free shipping, 30-day returns, extended warranty, etc. etc. So, on studying these three emails, we understand the core parts of a browse abandonment email, which is show the customer the viewed product as soon as possible, keep it simple. Now you can go like Brez. Brez is a huge brand, so they have the budget and they have the insights and they also have the traffic to create individual emails for each of their products. But that is honestly overkill. We can do something simple like this and still recover a lot of our revenue. So keep it simple, offer risk reversal or guarantee, and provide incentive if they don't buy. That is your high converting browse abandonment email checklist. So it's just four things that you need to keep in mind. Now, here's the strategy we are going to be following for our browse abandonment email. After this, I'm going to show you how to build it over in Klaviyo. So after someone views a product, we are going to wait for 1 hour. We're going to give them enough time to make a purchase or add a product to their cart. Let's say they don't do that. What we're going to do is send them an email reminder talking about the product that they just abandoned. Let's say they still don't end up purchasing. We're going to send them another email, but this time, along with the reminder, we're going to add something extra like social proof or risk reversal. Now, email 3, let's say they still don't end up converting after email 2, email 3, we're going to give them a little more incentive, maybe a discount or another offer. Along with our offer, we're going to add some customer support info. And email 4 is the last chance for discount, a little urgency and fear of missing out. And if they still don't end up purchasing, we're going to let them go because we cannot win over everyone. So this is the strategy we are going to be using for our browse abandonment flow. Now let's head over to Klaviyo and I'll show you how to build this out. Here I am on my Klaviyo homepage. To build out your browse abandonment flow, all you have to do is click on flows, create flow, and look for browse abandonment. It's right here, and use template. So this is the browse abandonment flow that Klaviyo has for us. So here is the trigger of the flow. So if someone views a product, they haven't started checkout, they haven't placed an order, and has not been in this flow in the last 30 days, we're going to put them through the browse abandonment flow. Now, the reason for this here is so that we don't spam our subscribers with emails every single time they view a product. So, this has been set to 30 days by Klaviyo. That is the default setting, but we can reduce that to 14 days. Or if you want to be a little more aggressive, you can remove that entirely. But I'm going to set it to 14 days and click on save. Next thing I want to do here immediately is reduce this from 2 hours to 1 hour. I would also recommend testing between 1 hour to 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and see what works, because it's all about testing and optimizing your emails. And now we're going to edit our first browse abandonment email. Just click on that and click on edit. So this is what Klaviyo's browse abandonment template looks like. They have some copy and a section here. Now, this is one of the most important parts of your email because this is a dynamic section. Klaviyo will automatically pull the item that your customer has abandoned and show it up here along with its name and along with its price. Now, you can choose to delete the price if you want to, or you can choose to show it to your customers. So make sure you don't make any edits that you're not sure of to this section, because you really want this section to load when this email is sent to someone. So a few tweaks that you need to make here is click on this image, and here under alt text, make sure to add alt text. This can be anything. This image is essentially the product that your customer abandoned. So I'm just going to name this abandoned product. The important part is that you add something. It doesn't matter what you add here in alt text, but make sure you add something because that will help with deliverability. Now, the next thing that you need to do here is this placeholder that you see called link address. Copy this event.url, copy this, because when you click on this call to action here, you see that the link address here is organization.url. So this link will take your customer to your homepage, but we want the customer to go to the product page that they abandoned. So I'm going to change this from organization.url to event.url. So I want my customer to go back to the product that they abandoned. Now that that's out of the way, let's edit the overall look of this email. You can either create your email directly in this editor, or you can get it designed and then import it into Klaviyo. Now, for this video, I have a few templates that we've designed here. So I'm going to implement all these emails from Figma into Klaviyo. I'm going to use these templates as my browse abandonment emails. So let's go ahead and start creating these emails one by one in Klaviyo. So what I've done is open both these tabs side by side so I can make edits as I see. Now, the first thing to do is add the logo here. So I'm going to delete this section here, and then I'm going to pull up an image from blocks and add it here, and then select image and upload this image as a logo. So we have a logo here. The next thing we need to do is add a divider. So I'm going to pull that up from here, add the divider, change the color to black, and then now it's time for the copy. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on fonts in this video. You can do that. You can add your own custom fonts. I'm just going to edit the text as it is with this default font. So I'm going to change the text to "Caught You Looking," and then I'm going to add this text here. So let me just copy that from Figma, and I'm going to add this here to Klaviyo. Copy and paste. Edit this a little so it looks decent. And I'm going to reduce the line height from here, more formatting, line spacing, make it 100. I'm going to increase the size to 18. And I'm going to increase the size of this too to 40 maybe. That looks good. So we have our section which will display the product. And now we have our call to action. So I'm going to change the color of the call to action to black. Change the text to continue checkout. Continue to checkout. And now what I'm going to do is export this section, this as seen in section that you see here on my email template. I'm going to export this section as an image, and I'm going to add it here. So I've added this section as an image here. Now I'm going to add some text. As seen on, and center that and increase the size. Say 18, make that bold. So I've added that. Now you also see here that Klaviyo gives you a section which is basically a section where it displays products, other products to your customers. So let's say if someone is not interested in this product, You can choose to show them other products too. So if you want to do that, you can keep this section, but I'm just going to follow this template and delete this section for now. And now I'm going to drop a footer here. I'm going to use one of Klaviyo's pre-built footers just for convenience sake. So I'm going to pull this here, add that, and change the color of this to black, and change all the text to white. I've changed the footer color to black and changed all the text to white. And now our template looks good to go. The other thing that you need to do is optimize this template for mobile. So this is the desktop version that you see here. When you click on mobile, you will notice that the text is a little off and this is a little too big for mobile. But if you feel that it's fine, you can keep it that way. But if you feel like you want to reduce the size of this, all you have to do is select this and go to display here, change this to mobile only, and now come here and duplicate this, change one of them to desktop only. This way you will have this version on desktop and this version will only be visible on mobile. And now you can go ahead and change the font size of this to, let's say, 30, and this might look much better on mobile. And I'm going to do the same for this text too. Just change the display settings, duplicate, change that to desktop only, and reduce the size of this to maybe 16. So now our template is ready to go. You can click on preview and test it. But since I have no data on this account, the product won't load up. But if you have data on your account, the products will load up for you and you'll be able to see the products abandoned along with the profile. So it'll give you a profile of each customer and it will show you which product they abandoned, and you'll be able to test out your emails. So you can do that and you can send yourself a test to see if it looks good on mobile and desktop and you're happy with it. Go ahead and click on exit. So go ahead and add your subject lines and preview text. This subject line is fine for this email, so I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to click on done. So now we have our first email ready. Now to create the other emails, all you have to do is go ahead and duplicate this email. So I'm going to clone this, call it email 2, and going to click on save. Now we're going to edit this. So this is what my second email looks like. So I'm going to modify this email similar to how we modified the first email. Now added the second email too. After you've done with that, just click on exit, add your subject line, add your preview text, and just click on done. Add a time delay between these two. So the first email goes out in the first hour. So I'm going to send this one after, let's say, 12 hours. Now, all you have to do is follow the same steps as we did in email 1 and 2 to create these emails. So I'm going to quickly create these emails and come back. So I wanted to show you guys how to create a dynamic coupon in your flows. What I mean by that is this coupon here would be different for every customer. And so you can also set it to expire after a certain time. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. So go to Klaviyo and go under content, go to coupons and click on create Shopify coupon, and you can name it something. I'm going to name it browse, and under prefix, so this prefix basically means that your coupon will start with these letters, so you can just leave it blank. And I'm going to set it for a percentage, let's say 20% off. Entire order requires no minimum purchase, activation at send time, and I'm going to set it to expire after, let's say, 3 days. So this coupon, this is a dynamic coupon and this will be expired after 3 days. So when you say to your customers in your messages that use this fast and it will expire, it will actually expire. So we're going to do that. After selecting all of that, go ahead and click on create coupon. So my coupon has been created. Now go back to my flow, and here where I want to add the coupon, select that and add personalization. And under coupons here, you can see browse. So just add that here. Let me center that and increase the size. So now this will be added as a coupon whenever this email is sent to someone, they will get a dynamic code that is personal to them and that will expire after 3 days because we've set it to that. So that's how you add dynamic coupons in your browse abandonment flow, and that's how you actually add it in any flow that you create. This is the way to add dynamic coupons. So I've created our third email too, and this is what it looks like. Now here what I've done is I've added this two as two individual images, so I can add a separate link for this. So frequently asked questions, I can link it to my FAQ page on my website, and for contact us, I can link it to my contact us page on my website. So that's how I've added these two, and then I showed you how to create the dynamic coupon, and now we have our entire template. Now obviously what's left to do is still optimize it for mobile, As you can see, this coupon looks a little weird. So what you can do is just duplicate it and, format it a little bit, reduce the text size, and play with the padding to make it look good on your mobile device as well. And then once you're happy, go ahead and click exit and save the flow. And now we're going to go ahead and create our next flow. Before that, let's add the time delay. So our first email goes out after 1 hour, the next email goes out after 12 hours, and our third email will go out after 24 hours after that email. So I'm just going to add the time delay, and now I'm going to go ahead and create the next email. Now I've created our final email too. With that, all our 5 emails have been created. Send yourself test, see if everything is fine. Change the subject lines to last. I'm going to change this one to last chance. 20% off expires today. Click on done. So all our 5 emails have been created. This is the time delay we're following: 1 hour, 12 hours, 1 day, and then another day. So that is the time delay we're following. This is our entire email. All of them have been created. And once you're happy with all of these, all you have to do is click on review and turn on and set this flow to live. So that's how you create a browse abandonment flow in Klaviyo. Now let's go over a few things that you need to keep testing so that you can further optimize this flow. The first thing is the delay between each email. Make sure you don't set it and forget it. Keep testing and see what works best for your brand. The second thing is the number of emails in each flow. We've now set 5 emails, but if one of these emails is not performing well, you can delete it, or change up the order of these emails. Maybe after the first reminder, a discount email works better, and that is giving you better conversions overall in the flow. So delete the second email, reduce the time delay between the discount, and you can set it up however you like, but make sure you're always testing stuff to see what works. The next thing is adding a text based email in the mix. Some audiences perform better to text based emails, so you'll only understand this after sending email campaigns and sending text based emails to your audience and see which ones they prefer. That's why I said I don't want you building out all your flows immediately. Build out these 3 main flows, and then based on data, create all the other flows. The next thing to test is your copy, the tone, the length of the email, the contents in your email. Test your subject lines, see which are giving you better open rates, add a little bit of humor, and see what's working well with your audience. And the last thing that you can test is your discount. Don't always stick to 20% off or a certain percent off. Be creative, try free shipping, try free gifts, try BOGO, try different offers that you can think of and see what's working well for your brand. So that's the exact process I use to create a high converting browse abandonment flow. Now you have 2 options. You can take everything I've shown you in this video and try to figure it out yourself, or you can click the first link in the description and have me build out the entire system for you, manage your entire email marketing from ideation to flows to email campaigns, while you just sit and enjoy the results and approve emails. But if you're not ready for that yet, you can check out my 2 hour long Klaviyo email marketing course that will give you a complete guide on what to do, and it'll help you generate a significant portion of your revenue from emails. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to click the first link in the description if you want me to handle your email marketing.